Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at to cut a long story short, the Dr. Gero and Android 19 and how good they are post EZA in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now these guys are pretty good. I'd say they're pretty interesting. There's a little bit of a complication around their defensive mechanic and when it kicks in. So that is a bit of a problem right now. But overall, I'd say they still have a very successful EZA. Their whole goal is to be a support character, and I think they function well in that role. Accumulated Bloodlust, Dr. Gero, and Android 19 are in Android's category lead of Key +3, HP attack and defense of 130%. They greatly raise attack and defense for one turn, causing supreme damage to the enemy and recovering HP by 15%, which is all good. They have attack and defense of 250%, Android's category Key +3, attack and defense of 60%. When attacking the 12 or more key, they'll have attack up of 190% and disable the enemy's guard. When receiving an attack, they will get defense of 190%. This is where we are experiencing a little bit of a problem. Apparently it's not kicking in correctly, so it's something that is just there, that's not working at its fullest, so we just have to be aware of that. Per Android's category ally on the team, they have attack and defense of 100%, up to 390% in total, which is pretty good, and chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction up 10%, up to 39% in total. That's pretty good if you think about it. It's essentially 40% damage reduction. Then you're looking at maybe throwing out there another 40% crit. I think is pretty good position to be in. If you consider the rest of their kit, it's not too bad. Obviously, in terms of supers, they're not going to be surviving a lot of supers unless they're key based, which we'll talk about just now. So if you're going a more defensive build, then yes, you're looking at something like evasion. If you are going a more offensive or kind of standard build, I would say you're probably looking still at evasion. I would say a bit of additional for sure, there's no problem, but then I think you still got to go really deep in that evasion to kind of get things going. I think they need that extra protection mechanism, and I think if you don't have it, I think you're going to end up with problems. So I do suggest that you grab that while you can. In terms of the rest, so when HP is 39% or less, or if there's another Android's category ally attacking in the same turn which HP is 69% or less, they will force the enemy's super attacks, and then when receiving a Key Blast super, they absorb it and recover 39% of the damage absorbed as HP. Now that's very good. It has some interesting quirky mechanics. There's moments where you can kind of take a look and really feel like, okay, wow, we're gonna have some issues, but then at the same time, you can also look at it and say, okay, actually everything is seemingly functioning pretty well, and we're sitting in a good spot with them. It just depends on whether the boss has key based supers or not. That's going to determine a lot of how good they're going to look in that moment, but they'll be decent against any boss. What I really like is that they do have that disables enemy's guard, which is helpful. They also recover a lot of HP, 15% on super, as well as also that prior mentioned absorption, all of which is good stuff. Like, all of that is good. It's going to kick in, it's going to be helpful, it's going to be useful. It's 100% very, very good mechanisms to have. Things in terms of links, they're okay. Android Assault, Energy Absorption, R&R Army, Nightmare, Brutal Beatdown, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle. All decent link sets. I wouldn't say any of them stick out to me as like, wow, this link is super important. They have a decent link set. They link okay with a bunch of units. They link great with like Android 13s and Hellfighter 17s and stuff, and even Super 17 they link decently with. But then, beyond that, they're kind of looking at 3 or so kind of link situations. So I think that's really, really, really awesome stuff. And I think for me, really good looking to their kit overall. They're your solid Android floating support. They provide a ton of decent support to Androids as well. 60% plus that additional support in terms of the utility from the forcing enemy super attacks and things. So I think overall, when you look at how much support Androids has gotten with Android 16, with Android 17, 18, with all those changes, I don't think you need to go around worrying too much about these guys. I think these guys are solid. I think they could have been slightly better. I don't think you need to gate their 4C or super attacks this much. And I think it's such a crucial mechanism that it is needed. But I think the rest of it is very straightforward and super easy. So for me, excellent stuff. Really, really, really good unit. And overall, yeah, I'd say pretty solid for me. Nothing wrong with the Easy A. And I think they work well on the role that they need to fulfill. You're floating these guys. They're getting a lot of support from your Android 16 boosts and super boosts and everything. And so yeah, I think for me, it's looking solid. It's looking solid. It's looking decent. I wouldn't say it's looking outrageous, but I think overall it's looking really, really good. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on everything. How you feel, how you're feeling in regards to that. And yeah, basically let me know what you think about them as an Easy A. I think overall they look to be in a good situation, and I think that's for me all you really need them to be. They're a general banner support. I think they do really well for the team. I think they enable a lot of the other good units on the team. So I think they're giving you everything you want. So yeah,